to our weekly player interview here on Talk 101.3 The Buzz. I'm your host, Gary Ownbey, being joined this week by a couple of fellas. We don't usually have but one player, but we're going to have a player as well as one of the most important guys on our football team, our manager. Mason Kuykendall is going to be the manager we're going to talk with in a moment, but Isaiah Arnold, who had probably maybe the best game of your Bradley career, or one of the best, you think, last week defensively. Tell us, listeners, what position you play and how big you are and what number you are and all that good stuff.
I'm 6 foot, weigh 205 in defensive end.
And you wear number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9
yes,
there. And we called number 9's name a lot last week in our broadcast. I had him for the year. He's got 20 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, a sack, 2 fumble recoveries. So, I mean, you do a lot for the team. And I saw an inspired defensive team last Friday night. Were you guys motivated for some reason against Fair? Because they'd beaten us twice last year and early in the season here, and this was for all or nothing last Friday night.
Yeah, it was most definitely a game that we wanted to win. It was a redemption game. It's always a redemption game. They're usually who we play first, and they set up and to beat us first this year, and we came back better this time.
Well, I thought we played 4 solid quarters all game long there. Tell us about your background. Where did you start playing ball, and where did you play middle school at and so forth before you came to Bradley?
I started playing in the county league, Bradley County League. And then going up to middle school, I played for Cleveland Middle, and then I ended up coming here. So I've been playing for about 12 years maybe. And
you're a junior this year, so you got another year here as a Bear. Playing defensive end, what are your keys when you're on defense and the other team obviously is on offense? What are your keys as a lineman? I mean, last week we saw you blitzing with the team mates, and we got some sacks, we got some tackles for loss, and it just all came together last week. What do you, on the defensive line, what are you looking for the key on?
I'm looking to keep the offensive linemen off our linebackers so they can make the play, just read everything right, go flat and fast, make sure I wrong arm. So it's really like if the D-line does everything right, everything should just all fall together.
Execution is the name of the game, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Now, who's your position coach?
Coach Payne.
Coach Payne.
Yes, sir.
Is he hard on you guys? I know Coach Gideon on the offensive line is the roughest they come, I guess.
Yeah, he can be at times just because he wants us to be the best we can be.
Yeah.
So that's what he should do as a coach. So.
Well, have you played any other positions on the team besides defensive end? Do you like playing that defensive end?
No, I've always just played defensive end. It's just kind of my thing. I feel like that's the best where I'm at right now. So.
Well, it's sure contributing to our success. And you're just a junior. Would you like to play in college?
Yes, sir.
I know as a junior, you're going to get a lot more attention between your junior and senior years. That seems to be the recruiting phase there. But would you like to play the same position in college? Do you have a favorite school that you like?
Well, I've always just been a Georgia fan, but I would think if I were to play in college, I would try to move to linebacker.
Linebacker in college?
Yes, sir.
Well, probably for your size, that's probably what they'd like you to be at there. You've recovered a couple of fumbles this year. I don't know if we've had, I guess some others have one or so, but and that's got to be a great feeling for you as a defensive guy to get the ball, take it away, and say, here, offense, you go with it now. You guys get to go rest, while they're out there and trying to score some points. So
yes, sir.
That's probably one of the most satisfying things that you can do as a defensive player, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Take away. Well, I've already asked about your keys there. What would you want to do to make yourself a better player, for the football team? I mean, there's a lot of things I guess you could look at and talk about, but what in particular would you like to do?
Just take more time for myself to work out and get my size bigger and stuff, get better in the weight room.
Yeah.
It'll make everything way easier.
Well, coaches always look for somebody stronger and bigger and all that. And with your frame, you could probably put on quite a few more pounds and all that. But you're a junior, but we've got a lot of seniors on this team. Not an overwhelming number like we've had some years, but a lot of seniors. This is their last hurrah, as we say, and I know they're going to be inspired to play, but you guys, they're depending on a lot of you juniors, and we got a lot of juniors and sophomores and freshmen even playing.
Yes, sir.
Make significant contributions to the team. But, do you feel not any pressure, but are you fighting for the team or for the seniors? Or?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Like, the seniors are my brothers, so as hard as I play, we all can just stick together and just play together for a longer time. It's just, I didn't want that to be our last game, so I tried my hardest.
Well, Coach Floyd talks about how y'all are close as a team and one of the closest teams he's ever had, emotionally and mentally and all that. It just seems to work out good. And, we've had, I told Coach last week, we've had some issues this year. We all seem to play half a game.
Yeah.
We come out and play a really good first half, and then whatever happens second half, or we come out and play lousy first half, and then something clicks at halftime, we do good. But we had a solid 4 quarters Friday night.
Yes, sir.
Against a tough team on the road in a game we had to win to keep playing. So your reward now is Friday night you get to go to Maryville, who's unbeaten and ranked number 2 in the state. Another team that beat us earlier this year. How do you guys feel about Maryville?
Well, we're just going to feel the same way we felt about Farragut. It's a redemption game. We're about to show out so we can keep continuing to play.
Well, if we can get by them, good things can happen, and we hope, things fall our way. And as Coach will tell me, I'm going to interview him later, and I'm sure he's going to say the key is protect the ball, no penalties, and just don't let them beat you, But let's get Mason on our program here. Mason Kuykendall, you're a senior.
Yes, sir.
And what's your position with the team?
I'm a manager, ball boy, water boy. I'm just all-around player, all-around teammate.
See, now you've got an advantage over a lot of us. You're right there on the field with the team. You're involved in the huddles, providing water in need to, and you got to keep these guys hydrated because even though in cool weather, you got to have that water in there.
Yes, sir.
Is it a lot of fun being out there and helping the team?
Oh yeah, it's tremendous. Like I loved it last year. My brother Jake Tipton that played. Oh, it was fun. He's the reason why I came here.
Yeah.
I mean, I just love every minute of it. It's the best time ever here at Bradley.
Well, do you rejoice when we win, and do you suffer as much as when we lose, like the rest of the players do?
Yes, sir. Like last year when we played Farragut first round, I was there with my brother. We just cried together. But hey, just move on. Next year we'll get them, and we did. We did got them this year in the first round.
Well, Isaiah, how important is somebody like him to help the team there on Friday nights?
Very important. He helps us with everything. He gets us hype. It's just great.
And I guess you're there for the practice too, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Help out with O-line with Coach Gideon.
Yep. And I'll tell you this, folks, a little secret here. We just found out he may not be in uniform, but he can get penalties called on him, can't you?
Oh, yes, sir, I can.
That sort of happened at William Blunt, maybe?
Yes, sir, it was.
Okay, well, we won't delve into the details there. We just say he was involved in a 15-yard flag that didn't help the cause of the Bears. But Coach said, what did Coach tell you? He said,
Coach Floyd said, that's my job, the other ref, not yours. So I was like, okay, Coach.
Oh, man. Well, now, are you as pumped for Friday night as the rest of us are?
Yes, sir. Even though it's my senior year, I know it's my last, might be my last game, but I just want to focus on it, play good, trust my teammates, and I trust them. I have their back and they have mine.
Well, they look to you for inspiration out there on the field. You're one of those guys that keeps them pumped up and pepped up and all that, and we need every bit of that we can get Friday night because up there at Maryville, it's going to be a tough game for us. We know that. We expect it to be. I mean, you're one of 16 teams left in the playoffs, so nothing's easy at this point. We're a pretty good team too, though.
Yes,
People think, well, Maryville's really good. Well, we're really good too, So it's just a matter of execution. Like last game with them, we had a couple of turnovers late in the second half that killed us. Led them at halftime, and things just got away from us there. But hey, somebody's got to break their long winning streak and take it. Why not the Bears?
Yes, sir.
So we hope to be sitting here next week with another interview with Coach Floyd and the player and whoever else. But I want to thank you, Mason, for joining us today for the first time. The interview went pretty good, didn't it?
Yes, sir, it did.
Glad to have you here. Mason Kuykendall, who is a senior for the Bears, manager. Also, junior Isaiah Arnold, who had a fantastic game along with the entire defensive unit last week. Until next time, we'll remind you, this week's 7 o'clock kickoff again at Maryville. You have to get your tickets online, gofan.com. There's a way there to get Friday tickets at Maryville. That's the only way you get tickets. They're not available at the gate. They're not available at either school. That's the way the TSSAA is handling it. 7 o'clock kickoff. Join us, though, at 5:30 on Talk 101.3 The Buzz as we begin our pregame show with an interview with Coach Floyd, our player interview, as well as our award-winning football panel. That's 5:30 this Friday night from Maryville High School on Talk 101.3 The Buzz. I'd like to thank you guys for joining us. I'm your host, Gary Ownbey. Until next time, we'll stop saying simply, God bless and go Bears.